I love silence. Silence is the most beautiful part of music. Tchaikovsky's Piano Concerto No. 1 in B-flat minor, Opus 23, Movement 1, is a work of genius, but lacks the silence I long for. It is a dream of mine to put on a private concert for my parents. My mother, who without I would be even less than nothing. My father, who bought me a piano even before I was born. I'd throw a concert on for my parents in a large concert hall with a professional orchestra, and they could sit wherever they wanted to. I would wear my green canvas pants and white collared shirt and red tie and leather dress shoes and red socks with roosters on them to the concert. The outfit that I wore when meeting the Bundespräsident of Germany, the only memento I have of that moment. I want to throw a private concert on for all of the people who are near and dear to me. I want them to revel in silence along with me. I have not regularly played piano in over a year now, but I still can play the silence. I can play the most beautiful rendition of John Cage's 433. I have so much passion for silence. Silence is music, as is music a kind of silence. Silence surrounds us at all times. It is everywhere. The cities are filled with silence. The forests are filled with silence. Space is silent. Silence is inside of me. Silence is him. When I touch you, I feel nothing but the silence of God between us. Silence is deafening. Silence is loud. Silence echoes through my bones and I cry with no noise. God is silent and full of music. I want to scream into the void, but my voice can never be heard. The energy that I produce with every minuscule movement of my muscles is silent. The energy vibrates on forever to the end of the universe, never dying, but reaching further and further out into the blank emptiness of the space between protons and electrons and neutrons. An energy that rings so incredibly loudly that I cannot even hear my silent thoughts. There is nothing for us to see, and yet silence is colorful, even more colorful than any work of art ever created. We are here to revel in the wonder of nothingness. Silence is nothing, but at the same time is everything, anything, something, what thing, whose thing, our thing, a thing. There is nothing standing between God and I can feel the fear inside of me trembling to get out, and there's no true way to figure out where this all comes from. I can feel the space between the atoms of my skin as I move about the silence of the world. I can hear the silence between us grow into a wall of steel that not even David nor Goliath could ever fathom to take down. And in this hour of our faith, I swear when I was in the airport in Baltimore waiting to board a flight home, I witnessed God, but perhaps it was the devil in disguise acting as God, stare into my soul as I looked at a lady, and her brutal stare caused such a silence in my heart that I have never felt before, a glare that radiated silence so greatly that my entire being was moved so violently that there was no other explanation besides a force greater than mortal, a force coming from heaven that made me once again believe that there is something more than just life, that even though there is no such thing as time, there is no such thing as silence, there is something more than now, there is something more than then, there is something more than when, there is something more than silence that I do not think I will ever be able to know. My eardrums have collapsed along with my heart, and never has our silence been so great as to ruin our faith, and now I cannot even hear the silence. All I hear is music. There is such a force that moves more than he or she or we or our or I or you or when or his or hers or theirs, or maybe when I grow older, I will end up in this field with nothing more to look at besides the silence of snow that pours down from the sky for hours on end. The emptiness between footprints creates a silence that is more quiet than we could ever imagine, being so spread apart from each other that I am almost positive that the last time I was this close to you was when you were actually in my life. That even though this may be but our faith in a single drop of a sun ray crawling through the clouds, streaming down from the sky just as one of God's own fingers claims to be, but everything that can never be. And now I am quivering as I sleep because there is no escape. Everything is so still. It is silent, and so silent it is loud, and I swear this is no longer how I hope for us to be. I fear silence as I fear God, as both are everything and everywhere, nothing and nowhere at the same time. My heart aches with a fever that we cannot handle, and so I beg you, my God, I fear you as you once feared me, and now the darkness feels so bright that there is no escape. There's no escape from silence, and we all know this. We all know. I can feel silence. I can feel everything. My God, I feel silence. Nobody can silence me. Silence is a part of me, and so I beg you, I beg you, I beg you, I love you, my dear. I cannot stay quiet.